You know, I didn't want to appeal it because I didn't want to go legally because I knew she was crazy and I don't want to lose a lot of money on that. And turns out all you have to do in this situation is what we did at Drama Alert was just expose it. Sunlight's the best disinfectant. It always has been. Um, let's go ahead and get into the DMs that she sent me. And again, she in the voice message she gives me approval. She said, "You can. I know you're going to let this out, so she knows." Um, hopefully, there's no problem there. But the stream that I had discussing who she was, that was taken down for the privacy complaint. Like I was telling y'all, I was actually going to leave it unlisted and have a few people look at it, but I ended up keeping it public just because I was like, no, I don't want to seem like I'm backing down or I'm not willing to stand behind what I say. So I left it up, totally knowing that it was going to get hit with the privacy complaint. Um, but hopefully it wouldn't just eradicate my channel. And let's go ahead and show y'all. Here's the DMs. This is where I told her, this was the last message she sent me before we were talking. And then I sent her this. Here's the link. And then she sends me the screenshot of the thing that I was talking to y'all about. Remember, if you watched the stream when I was talking about it, I said she turned on a joke. And it wasn't even a joke. It was just like, it was an observation. And this is it right here. I just screenshotted this young person and I said, "A star is born," because they had a lot of camera, like the camera went straight to them. There's 6 people. It went straight to them. My eye went straight to them. And that's what I was looking at. So this is what she sent me. Let me make sure everyone can read it because this is a doozy. P.S. I don't even want your money. Just wanted my art down. If I get money from this, I'll just send it back to you. If you didn't harbor guilt, you wouldn't have deleted one of those where you said most of the real convo happened. I don't understand what she's talking about right there. I thought I was just claiming it to take it down. I didn't realize a strike would proceed to take any finances from you. So, okay, that's the first part. She didn't know that she was striking me. She thought she was claiming me. So she doesn't know what she's doing on YouTube. But all right, I'm not going to get mad. We're not going to, this is already done and handled. So I just want y'all to know context. She's saying that she didn't want to take finances from me, but I'm not monetized. I haven't been monetized. Those strikes caused me not to be monetized, even though I applied for it. And I'm still not going to be monetized for 90 days. Just because she lifted the strikes, it doesn't mean they go back and improve your monetization. Once it's done, it's done. And I got to wait anyway. So that wasn't going to be handled or fixed at all. And I wasn't expecting it to be because that's a YouTube problem. So it says, I don't expect you to understand, but I was having a bad night and I wasn't reading the whole screen. Yes, I lashed out, but please don't pretend you didn't deserve it. You know you were using that art to try and dig under my skin. A little context on that. I could sit here and say I don't remember her making the art, but I do remember her making it. I just remember I needed something to put on the screen real quick. I thought I owned that piece of art. That's about as deep as it went. Wasn't trying to goad anyone, but the person that I was most upset with was Gundam. I knew that she had a part in it, but at this point I was like, I didn't know exactly how much. But just know I don't actually want your money. And despite all the BS and lies you've said about me and Gundo, I actually still feel bad I almost took money or profit from you because I wasn't raised to do that to people. I just wanted my art to no longer represent you. My only request is to keep my art and my family out of it. You know full well I explicitly told you never to use my art, and I deleted the convo, so you've got me there. I can't show anything from my side. Now, that part I do want to stop at because I've shown everything. I've shown everything. I've shown more than I should have for this kind of situation. Really. I've been through copyright claims before and strikes involving Drama Alert, involving Gundam, involving me, involving my other colleagues, involving other YouTubers. It's a pretty much standard set of steps that's always followed. But she is really introducing the idea of a false copyright strike and then saying she's false copyright striking me. But the reason why she did it is because it's my fault. So it's my fault for making her mad enough to copy strike me. I don't understand that logic because I thought we were in business making a show that made tens of thousands of dollars, but she doesn't want any money from me, chat, even though she wanted a couple $100 from me when she found out I made that tweet that says a star is born. I don't know. Let's continue. Oh yeah, and she deleted her proof. So I mean, if you want to be a producer of a show, I would not do this right here because this will make you look guilty, even if you're innocent, which we all know you're really not. But just this is perceived guilt. I mean, why would you even delete it? Why would there be a point? How would you know in the future this would become an issue? All right. But regardless, if anything comes of this, I'll ask Gundo for your payment info. Otherwise, I'll personally be trying to stop the strike from the back end. I don't expect you to do anything, say anything publicly, or again, to even understand. But I do personally feel bad for trying to take profit from you regardless of who you are. We obviously both have very different ways of approaching life, and I'm not going to pretend I can change you any more than you can change me. But I do think you could have chosen to make your own content instead of trying to start drama after Gundo's shout out. And you still can. And I think you would be the more popular for it. The world is already so full of negative people. People prefer funny content. Also, I don't think doxing someone and going the route of illegality is a good move. Okay. Real quick in the very end about the doxing. That's public stuff. All your resume and stuff and LinkedIn, all public. But also, doxing's not a crime in the United States. It's not a misdemeanor. It's not a felony. The only time that it can be is if involving a judge or it's involving something that's jurors. Anything involving the legal system where names have to be kept private because of they're deciding cases. But just because you're a mad artist, it doesn't give you, like, especially from Canada, like it doesn't give you any kind of special powers because someone put your name in a YouTube video. That's not a real thing. But the other part that I want to talk about is just this little part right here, where she says, "I'm not going to pretend to change you any more than you can change me." Like, I don't know you, lady. I don't really care. Like, I don't care enough to change you, and I don't understand why you actually would even enter your mind that you could change a grown man that you've never met before and had a few conversations online. Like, I'm not Gundam. And this is why I was trying to get across to y'all that this is a very weird, parasocial, but also working relationship that they've got going on. And it interfered with my work with them the entire time the show was going on. Now, before then, when I was working and no one really knew, and I was just helping him with the videos behind the scene, not getting paid or anything like that. I never even heard of it. It was just up until March. Okay. So she sends me that on Saturday morning at 8:30 in the morning, my time, Central Time. And about I think it was an hour after this, I got the privacy strike. I got a privacy terms of service strike at like 9:30 in the morning, Saturday morning. But mind you, I was already off to see the Blue Angels at this time. So, by the way, if y'all want to watch I got some great footage of the Blue Angels. I have it keyed up, so we could watch it a little bit later on. But I wasn't really fucking with her this entire weekend. So I didn't give a shit. I remember that I cut this out, and it's like I gave her a whole day. Like, it's like this morning from Saturday all the way to like Sunday morning at 7. Like, I just cut this out, and I was like, since you don't know how YouTube strikes work, here's how you retract your strikes. I'm not looking to listen to excuses or probable lies. and this DM exposes you. And excuse me if I don't believe you, since 1 hour after this DM, you filed another claim. Okay, so she sends this back a little bit after. She says, my brother did that because he was mad at you for lying. Like I said, I didn't expect you to understand, but I did not actually mean to take your money. My mother meant a lot to me, and the night did not go according to plan after a whole day of plane rides. Okay. So like I said, I appreciate everyone that, stuck up for me. It worked. I got those strikes taken off of me, and those streams are back up, and they'll be back up forever. I had to take I think it was number 6 down, the one where I talked about her, because that was the deal, and we'll get to that point. But the strike with the privacy strike, that's going to remain as well, because they didn't take that off, because I don't know if the brother did it on something or whatever. But as you can see right here, he's the one that did the privacy strike. So, before she didn't know that she was striking content. She thought it was claiming it. Now the brother's over here doing on. So I don't really know what the hell's going on over there. And I don't want any part of it, because those people seem dangerous. And they can up Gundam's channel all they want. So this is what she sends back. This is the bulk of it. And let's dig in, because it's long. You could see how much space is right here on the side. And honestly, Gundo told me about your dad, and I just feel bad, and I'm sorry you went through that. I don't know what it's like to lose a dad like that, and it kind of explains the way you are, and I don't fault you for it, but you really don't know me as a person in the slightest to be talking about me at all. I do really wish to keep my art away from you, since you disrespected the mental handicap, as I don't help people who look down on the less fortunate. That's not true. Okay, I'm just reading. Also, I love the psychoanalyzation that she gave me as well. It's like she's like, I understand. Thanks. Thank you for your understanding, Anus. I appreciate it. It means so much to me at this point. Okay. I don't even care all about the shit you said. I could move past it all right now. I forgive you, dog. My parents had me messed up over how much I had to take care of them, and I can't begin to say I know what you went through. Okay. Dog. All right, dog. Got you, dog. She says that in the voice message too. But you never apologized or backed off the shit you said, and that's why I hated you. I hated you because of one sentence, one tweet. I hated you. I work for Gundam. Gundam is here. I work for It's a Gundam, who has made almost 2,000 videos that all he does is just shit on people comedically. But she hated me because of the one tweet she saw that she interpreted as a slight to her dad. What? Like, how many gymnastics moves does it take to I don't know. I don't want to start getting into it, because I've already made the deal. She said, you never apologized when I hated you. It's hard to explain why that sets me off. I think it's kind of easy. I've just been hardwired to protect my parents. But now she's passed and I don't need extra money. All I wanted was to put them in private health care, but they couldn't afford it. Now I just have the one. It doesn't matter. I have enough. And I do want to say again, I'm sorry for your loss, Miss Anus. I really am. That's sincere. I'm not making jokes. I'm making sarcastic remarks. I'm serious. As someone that has lost a parent in a horrific way, it's horrible. So I know people can go crazy whenever that happens. That's fine. I was trying to keep you in the guardrails before you went off the rail, but you did this so long. I had to respond. And by wanting money, I mean wanting to work for it. My best friend saw the stream and says you saw my work history, so you should have noticed my jobs overlapped. I stayed busy to provide for my parents, and that's it. I only wanted to host quality content to help them out more, and I was happy with just the shop. Whatever happened to cause quality content to end had nothing to do with me. Whatever happened to quality content to end had nothing to do with it. I agree. That is Gundam's decision, and he is under no obligation to keep that show going whatsoever. It was just quite odd given the stats that it was a top 5% show in all of YouTube. It's kind of weird that somebody would just throw that all away. But I mean, if you don't want to work with me, you don't want to work with me. Okay, I get it. I don't harbor any hard feelings towards you anymore. I got high and thought hard about it, how I would feel to have lost a dad the way you did. And again, I just can't begin to imagine what that does to a person. I wish you the best, and I mean it. And that was yesterday, Sunday, about 8 in the morning. And then I just take 2 sentences. And I was like, when are you retracting the strikes? And it said, I had no interest in any art from you ever. It's like, that's it. That's all I know. When you doing the strikes, whatever. You wrote this whole message, I'm sorry for your loss. Can we just get on with it? And she writes back, I'm on it now. You have to understand it's been a busy week. She said, that's fine. I don't want to draw for you. So I guess we do agree on something. Well, okay. But it doesn't mean I won't work past this, and I don't like drama or hateful feelings, and I just don't care about what was said. I can move past it. That's great. We can agree to disagree, essentially. Yeah. I even removed the repost I made of that old video of you because that was wrong of me, and that was many years ago, and everyone deserves a chance to try. Yeah, and it didn't work either. And here's the message that she sent that has inside of it that I can use the message. So please, YouTube or anyone that's going to look at this, she gave me permission so we can dead this. This is part of the deal that we have we just dead this after this. It's over with, but this is what she said.
Well, the ball's in your court, buddy. I removed all the strikes and I did it in good faith. Like, again, I forgive you. I don't know what it's like to lose a dad like that. And you even have this voice clip. I know people kept trying to get me on the show and, like, dude, I'm just not about drama. And, as much as you have your own opinions and you can make fun of people like that, I just didn't want to associate with you because having grown up with my parents the way they are is that I completely disagree. So let's agree to disagree. You can move on. Try and twist this if you want, but I really hope you don't because I know you're better than that. And I don't know, this was just a huge mess. And you can believe how I felt that night or not, and or whether it was a mistake or not. I really did just want the claim, and I just want you to stop using my art. And have a good life, dog. That's it.
I'll trust in good faith you will remove anything you said about my full legal name. It's only fair. I did. I took that video down. Actually, I privated it. I didn't want to delete it because deleting videos that you've published on YouTube is not great. So just privating it, I thought would do the trick. It didn't. They didn't retract the privacy thing. I don't know if the brother just forgot to do it because you only got 48 hours to retract it. Um, so it went through, and I got a privacy strike, which is a community guidelines strike, but it's technically not counted as a strike on the strike system. It's not really even counted on as like this is just your mulligan strike. The privacy claim system is a little bit different, and as far as I know right now, I don't have uh, a TOS strike. They call it that. It's a community guidelines thing, but it's a privacy thing. So I don't know. I'm moving on. That's the only one that I can't really do anything about. Hopefully, it doesn't really me up anymore, but whatever. Or you can leave all of these up and continue lying, but I'm moving on. I don't have time for it because I know it's all untrue. Anyone who knows me will honestly just get a good laugh from the stream. You saw I worked at Takut. I took a huge pay cut just to help Inuit children learn a language. Not the type of thing a greedy person does. And this was the end. Yesterday at 8. And I went ahead and deaded everything, at that point, moved on because I am tired of dragging this person